Hi, everybody, and welcome to our last lesson for week 2. And this week we have been focusing on writing persuasive speeches. Today you are going to write your own persuasive speech based on a topic of your choice. And I have highlighted some examples that you might want to use. You might want to use something like children are important, gaming should be part of the school curriculum, making new friends is important, the school week should be 4 days long, and or we should ban plastic bags. So once you've thought of an idea, you then need to make a statement or an argument about your idea. So, for example, if you wanted to talk about the environment, you need to say specifically what it is you want to do about the environment. So, for example, we should ban plastic bags. So, have a think now and choose one idea that you think you would like to write a speech about. It could be that you would then like to take the speech and talk about it in front of another adult. It could be that you want to talk to show your speech to the Houses of Parliament, for example. So think about what it is you are really passionate about and what it is you would like to persuade people to do. So once you've written your statement, you're then going to think about some ideas to support your statement. Now, I'm going to choose this one. Making new friends is important. And I'm now going to think about how am I going to persuade my audience that making new friends is actually important? So I've thought about some ideas. Actually, it helps to get to know new people. Making new friends ensures that you are being supportive. It increases your self esteem and confidence. And you also may help a child who is feeling lonely feel less like an outsider. So once you've then sort of done a little mind map of ideas around your statement, you're then going to make it a little bit fuller, aren't you? So you're going to give your reasons why. And if you remember from yesterday, we don't just make a statement. You also need to make sure that you're explaining your argument. So here I'm going to put something like making new friends is important. It increases self-confidence, esteem and confidence. And then my addition to that argument is I'm going to write something like this helps you to stay healthy. Oops, and that's upside down. Turn it around again. This helps you to stay healthy. So it keeps your mental well-being in a good place. So this helps you to stay healthy. And because you are healthy, you are able to do better at school, to focus more at school. Okay, so have a think now. On your piece of paper, you are going to think of some arguments around your statement. So remember, my statement was making new friends is important, and I've then thought about some arguments that support my statement. And then I'm just going to develop them a little bit more, just with a couple of sentences to say why those ideas support this statement here. Do that now on your piece of paper. Okay, and the next bit is, let's just have a little look at this example here. And let's just have a look at some of the features that we practiced using yesterday. So you need to make sure that you've got an introduction and you are giving the purpose of your speech. We also used rhetorical questions yesterday, didn't we? So there's some rhetorical questions here. And we've also used repetition as well. So how could you use that in your introduction? Let me just read this one here. So let me tell you of the best recipe for a friend: strong loyalty, a pinch of sweet honesty, and a hint of magic. What defeats you from bullies? Friends. Who cheers you up when you are sad? Friends. Who helps you out when things go wrong? Friends. Friends are what makes you who you are. Without friends, we would be nothing. Without friends, who would defend you? Without friends, who would keep you company? True friends don't judge you and stick by you forever on your side. So have a think about some of the features that you could use that we discussed yesterday. So can you use any repetition in your speech? Can you use any rhetorical questions, for example? Can you create a repetition of 3, like this one, without, without, without? So think about those features and what it is you would like to include in your own independent speech today. Here is another example. And let's just see again if you can spot any of those features that we discussed yesterday in this speech here. So let's have a look. The perfect recipe for a good friend: a pinch of loyalty, a large spoonful of trust, and a full packet of forgiveness. Picture your friends: dependable, honest, and supportive. They are all of these and more, but what would you do? What would you be without them? So again, you're saying what the purpose of the speech is. You're talking about friends. You're giving a little idea about what is you're going to talk about. Friends are more important than what they may seem. I can easily trust mine to listen to what I have to say. I can easily promise not to judge them because I know they always will do the same for me. I can easily get on with my life feeling better about myself, knowing that I am actually liked. I don't know what I'd be if I had none. Back in December, I met a boy called Charlie. He seemed like a normal 11-year-old child, but what he was battling through was fatal. He didn't have any friends, anyone to support him or keep him company. Every lunchtime, he was alone in the playground without a soul to play with or anyone to talk to. This upset me and made me think, is that really what nearly 50% of the population of children feel like at this moment in time? I was shocked, and I knew more than ever that this situation needed to be stopped. Everyone deserves a friend. Otherwise, who will defend you? Who will you share your precious secrets with? Who will respect you? People should not have to go through this, especially not the bright children of the world who have so much to live for. It may seem impossible, but we can help. Be nice to everyone, not just your own friends. Make an effort and invite them to your parties. It's not fair on them if you don't. So go on, make a new friend and always smile at everyone. Thank you. So this was actually written by another year 5 child. And you can see that they have used that repetition, haven't they? They have outlined what they want the person to do as a result of their speech. I wonder if it would have been clearer for them also to make sure that they've written what it is they're talking about and what they want the person listening to do at the top in their introduction as well. So think about how you really want to get your audience to agree with you, and you want them to know what it is you want them to do after as a result of listening to your speech. So you can use a little planner like this. So your first thing is to make a statement, as we have said. So if we just go back to this page here, you are going to make a statement. You could be something you want to talk about, gaming, for example, or you might want to talk about the environment. But whatever it is, you need to start off with a statement so it's nice and clear. Next, you need to think about 3 reasons. So why is this statement true? You could have a go at using some statistics if you can find them. So, for example, here, this child has used 50%, and statistics can be used to make it a bit more realistic to your audience. And you could also use a personal example, as she has done here. She said, last year I met a boy called Charlie. So use statistics if you can find them, and then also a personal example. How does this relate to you? And then finally, you have your call for action and your what do you want the audience to do? What do you want the audience to do? If it's about making friends, you want them to be there more for other children, perhaps make an effort to speak to other children. If it's that you want to ban plastic bags, it might be to say, well, we should all write a letter to our MP and make sure that we're asking the MP to ban plastic bags for us. Or it could be that we want everybody to make sure that they don't use single plastic bags. So I'm going to upload this on to your team. So you need to make sure that you're using this structure. And it's exactly the sort of structure that we used yesterday as well. And once you have done that, you can start to write your speech, and you can use the features that we discussed yesterday as well. Okay, so your task for today, Year Fives, is once you have planned your speech, is to write it using this structure. So your task today will be to write your own persuasive speech about a topic that you are personally interested in. And I really look forward to reading your speeches.